Welcome back to Ember Knights. It looks like the run that I had last time, unfortunately, was lost in a little bit of a kerfuffle. Apparently, if you close this game, it does not save your run. That is something to be aware of. We're going to just grab the last relic here. Allows us to do some more relic selections. Just skip through this real fast. Let's get into a run. We got a new thing there, and the thing that I'm excited about is that apparently, somewhere in there, I got a new weapon, the Reaper's Toll. It has a chain attack like everything else, slash charges. Whenever you hit an enemy with your third attack, you get a slash charge, up to a maximum of 3. Slash charges are used by the charge attack. Holding an attack begins a charge attack, released to damage enemies in front of you. Holding attack longer will use your slash charges to shoot a projectile upon release. The projectile deals damage and applies slashed status ailment. If multiple slash charges are used, the projectile will deal damage multiple times. Gotta try that real quick. Oh, I see. I've been playing other games and I have forgotten how to play this. Oh. So what does slash do again, real quick? The projectile deals damage and applies slashed. Multiple slash charges are used. Your slashed effect. What does slashed do, though? Slashed effect increases the chance enemies will crit. Oh, okay. So it just if you have someone slashed, then they basically take more crit chance. Okay. So it is a melee weapon with a very long range attack. Let's see how far we can get with this. We're going back into this again, and I'm not going to be playing an absolutely lot of this. I have some other things that I want to play, and I'm using YouTube as a way to kind of make a hobby out of my single-player games and get some more fun out of them again. I enjoy single-player games pretty significantly, but I do find that having an audience, or at least a perceived audience, does kind of like leave... Ooh, that's kind of cool. Leave something else to do with the single player game, and it gives you this sense of you're doing something as well, like a sense of production, I guess would be what I'm trying to say. Plus, I like really hard games, I really do, and most of my friends don't. So despite the fact that this is a multiplayer game, I have talked to them, a few of them, about this, and they're all kind of like, sort of, and I'm just like, okay, that's fine, I'm going to keep playing it on my own. I plan on at least beating it once. I refuse to be defeated. Absolutely refuse. I don't know if we can make it with the scythe here. It seems, I don't know, decent. With the increased crit chance, possibly some sort of crit build, and since they're going to be allowing us to do a crit build, there's a chance that I can do lightning bolts as well. Defeating an enemy, chance to conjure lightning bolts. Healing is increased. Looks like I already got a poison thing, so I don't really need the poison. Let's go with the lightning. I'll never learn. Lightning, lightning, lightning. We're already taking a few hits because I'm sitting here talking to you guys instead of paying attention to what I'm doing, so, probably Vigor. Probably Vigor. Might need it. Doesn't help that I was playing some other games recently, and I have not actually played this in several days. On top of the fact that I was on a little bit of a vacation this weekend. So, the rust is real. Still knocking the fucking rust off here. But I do kind of try and plan to win. If not this run, then sometime soon. I know it kind of sounds stupid to say that I'm planning on winning, but what I mean by that is I'm planning on trying to maybe not be careful per se, but like try to do well and choose optimal builds instead of just choosing things that are fun. I mean, I'm still gonna have fun, but like I also have to win. Winning is fun. Losing can be fun too. Oh, are you kidding me. Okay. Nope. It's not the end. So what happened there is there's a little bit of a delay from when you start attacking with this weapon and your attack first comes out. And to be honest, it wasn't fast enough to catch the roly-poly or spinny-winny guy. We're aware now, though. We can do better in the future. There is no such thing as defeat, only learning. Defeat is a challenge. It seems like, it's actually one of the reasons I came back to this game, it seems like between this and another video game that I was putting up on this channel as some of my first videos, this one seems like it got more views. I'm guessing it's probably because of the fact that it actually did just recently come out of early access. It's been in beta for a very long time. The developers seem to I've kind of changed a few things, balanced it, and done a really good job of taking it from the beta state that it was in, which I played a very, very small amount with one of my friends, up until this actual release state here. I haven't actually checked the Steam store, but I would imagine it's pretty popular. It was on my list, though, and I have a sort of a fairly long list of games that I plan on playing on this channel, and whenever I realized that one of the games that was already on my list was coming out of early access, I was like, well, this is basically, ooh, this is a big area. I just barely avoided that. I believe that was a flawless. They don't reward me for flawlesses, not like some other games, not naming names, but okay, so that armor is pretty good, but it only gives me a maximum of 15 armor. Deal bonus damage to stunned enemies. I don't stun anyone. First hit burns. This might be the thing, because I noticed that whenever you take a lot of defensive items, you end up sort of running out. We have enough, so we'll take it. You sort of run out of damage if you take a lot of defensive items, especially early. Can I do this without... I cannot do this without charges. Okay. I tried to do the charge attack there without any actual charges. And it doesn't do anything, which means that this is... ooh, precision. I believe this weapon already has a few things that depends on crit. But yes, this weapon has almost like a skill floor, let's call it. The thing is that I find interesting is that despite the fact that this weapon might have a skill floor, it doesn't seem immediately more powerful than other weapons. Oh, there's that secret again, but still no bombs. Assuming that it actually is bombs that will open it. Kind of just seems like it's bombs. It's the only reason I'm even saying that. Are they taking damage over time while they're slashed? I will admit the description back at the home base of what slash does. There's a blast bomb right there. Okay, that was that was pretty lucky. Looks like a skin. Yep, definitely a skin. New outfit. Very cool. But what I was about to say is that actually, you know what? I have completely lost my train of thought because of getting the bomb. I was so surprised. I almost, like, legitimately could not believe it for a second. So, yeah, it looks like slash is like some sort of bleed effect almost. Which means that if I do actually have a slash ready for these spinny guys, it's actually quite good for the spinny guys instead of being quite bad for them because it will consistently slash them and have little caterpillars. Of all things, prevented me from being perfect in this room. But it will slash them and consistently do damage, meaning that they won't be able to spin. Because every time you hit them, it stops their spin, that is. Whenever you hit an enemy, it poisons, healing is increased, stunning enemies deals AoE around it, and you defeat a burning enemy, you summon a wisp. I don't think we do burn. Let's go for the burn. Plus, it's new. I'm not just taking it because it's new. I honestly just didn't feel like there was another better option there. Don't really need any of that. Okay. First boss. We've made good time. Oh man, I'm really not getting the dodges here. Okay. Pay more attention. Do better. We have flawless this guy before. He wasn't burning. Oh, sorry. He was burning, maybe, but he wasn't dead, and I had still summoned some of these little friendos. I'm not sure how I managed to do that, considering he was not dead. Perhaps changing phase? Did it? Perfect. Took a few hits, but I don't think anything made it through armor, and whenever you kill a boss, it gives you all your HP back anyways. To be honest, with that scythe, we kind of went with the bad guy, and I dig it. Do I get the chest? What appeared, but we do get the chest. Perfect. This greatly increases our chance of winning this run. Let's go for power. Last time we played, we sort of like ran out of the ability to do significant damage in the later levels, so I'm really hoping that if we kind of hit power really hard and skill damage and things like that, just hit our DPS really hard, we can actually do a lot more damage, and we can keep up with how much HP and in a certain way damage they do as well. The monsters get as you actually get farther into the run. Since there's no major meta progression for getting super strong, so it's not like Vampire Survivors where you have like HP meta progression and crit meta progression and damage meta progression. Most of the meta progression in this game is more about like survivability, reviving, and stuff like that, and rerolls. I think realistically speaking, we just need to do a good build. We could get poison, we could get skill damage. I think the skill damage better is if I have like multiple charges on skills. What I will probably do is reroll, to be honest. Ooh. Okay, yep. You know, I sort of forgot that there was gold items in this game that you can break to get gold. I don't know how many of those I've missed at this point. I might have been passively doing it without even thinking. So I'm sitting here thinking about my commentary and thinking about kind of keeping a running dialogue between you and me. You being the theoretical viewer. At the time of this posting, I don't actually have any viewers, but you know what? Just because you don't have something doesn't mean you can't talk to it. Right? I think that's the way I should handle things. It makes me feel less insane, but at the same time, I have chosen to be a content creator in this day and age. I think there's a little bit of insanity in me. This room is not too bad. Just gotta watch out for a stray arrow across the room. But these, once again, I am finding that the summons in this game, these little sprite guys, they're a little bit different than the summons I use whenever I did a staff run. But they are actually shockingly effective. The big thing that makes them really good is that the enemies actually will get distracted by them, and they will attack them. And then they actually do a decent amount of damage as well. I have seen these... Oh, there was one there. I have seen these guys clear whole rooms by themselves. And there was another thing I could have bombed. If only I had noticed it earlier. I don't think I have anything I can do to get my bomb back. Nope. We will have to keep a better eye out for it in the future. Go ahead and poison this crystal. Shatter her. Looks like focusing a little bit more on damage is actually helping quite a bit. We're clearing these rooms very, very fast. We got a skill selector and a stat selector. Now that we've moved past the point of needing the bomb, I am going to see if I can replace it. It is not my favorite skill. It doesn't really do a lot compared to some of the other skills in the game. Considering some of these skills in the game, I feel like they're carrying me. Like, I kind of want that dice back. I am very sad that I was sort of forfeited a run there. Lacking the dice, we'll go with the Knight's Charge. Knight's Charge is, as far as I can tell, very good. Gold. Every time we're going to go for gold. See? Now we got a stun. We can just charge in and play a very, very aggressive playstyle here with this hybrid melee weapon. Get all the gold, move on. Time for a mini-boss. Do we have single Snow or Snow Bros? Actually, he's a different color. I wonder if he is different. Oh, I missed. I was hoping to get that hit and then shield bash into him. Gotta remember that I have to get these third hits on my melee combos so that I can get the slash charges going, so that I can bleed him and get the increased crit chance. Ooh, I sort of got focused on using my ability there and forgot to dodge. But it's okay. We have healing right here. And I think, yep, we can raid his fridge. Let's go. A shop and a dice. What does this do? That's not... Okay, yeah. So we're going to buy the dice. And what we're going to do is we're going to replace the Shadow Spear. Which is the one that I care the least about. Go ahead and buy this movement speed, because that's just good. And we don't have enough for the flag, but I really didn't care that much about the flag. Okay, we have a loadout. Oh, and this dice comes back so quickly, too. Those little guys saved me a lot of damage, and then I managed to screw it up anyways. Okay, if we see another thing that says something about crit chance, not crit chance, sorry. I mean, crit chance would be good, don't get me wrong, but that's not what I was actually about to talk about. If we find anything about doing any effects whenever we stun someone, it looks like the perfect shield charge has a series of stuns that go off. So that'll be nice. Remember what I said about the Scythe not seeming like it had, you know, a lot of extra damage for being a high skill floor weapon? I don't know if it's just this run, but I might have to take that back. This seems really good. I also need to start remembering that those guys right there attacked 3 times. Can I make pie? Ooh, slash damage gave me a damage +1. So it is just different ways of preparing your apples, apparently. So if you smash them, you got me once, but not thrice. Oh, that was a lot of knighting. I do not want that much knighting. But sort of got penetrated on three sides by various guys there. Anyways, enough about college. Yeah, so healing, definitely. I don't remember what I was saying. Let's move on. And grab all of that. And it's time for boss. Fortunately, this guy's fridge is... Oh, yeah. So the hammer would give me maximum HP. I think the staff is the one that was making my pie. And then one of them was just giving me a bunch more healing instead of the normal apple amount of HP. But I think I like the Scythe the best because it with cutting down apples, you can get an absolutely crazy amount of potential damage out of this. Oh, didn't notice the spikes. Go ahead and get that charge off on him. I dodged the wrong direction. You know, you're summoning little ads, but what you don't realize is that technically you're just giving me ads, because I hit them with burning damage and then instantaneously kill them, turning them into little sprites. I keep forgetting that he's immortal. Okay. Just get some dodges out. Morning exercises. Okay, yep. That one got me. Fair and square. Oh, I used the shield charge there to negate his effect. Oh, hey. Canceled it. I was actually going to have kind of like a premeditated attack come in just like that. Get a slash off, get some crits. Crits get followed up by lightning. It's a good deal. We're about 20 minutes in, but this is going really well, so I think I will go through the next 4. If I do pretty well, it should only take about 5 to 7 minutes, so it'll be about a 30-minute video. Sounds about perfect. Let's see. More damage, more crit chance. Definitely more crit chance. I have to say hello to our snowman friend over here. Goodbye. Whitesbury is whenever the game starts actually getting hard, so I'm not going to slow down a lot, but I am going to try and be a little bit more attentive to what the enemies are doing, and less focusing on just killing them as fast as possible. Ooh, I say that and then immediately... Is that a mimic? It's like shaking a lot. Wow, it's not a mimic. I am... Color me surprised. More armor. Would only increase my maximum armor by 5. Whenever I defeat an enemy, I conjure lightning bolts. On a 50% chance. But it doesn't really help me that much on bosses. Poison. Let's throw off the poison, because that's going to just straight up add damage every single time we hurt an enemy. Go ahead and grab this guy down here. Unfortunately, he didn't have an apple. Can't get any more free attack damage. Ooh, there is an apple right there, though. I'll returned it. I sort of kind of cleared that room without really attacking much. I kind of feel like everything kind of just died on its own volition. Focus this guy down over there. I don't really want you to use your daggers, so I'm gonna kill you next. Not a mimic. Didn't really want to use that charge at the end, but it is what it is. Okay, so we got laser boys and a friendo. Let's get rid of the laser as soon as we can. Of course, as soon as I say that, they send more lasers at me. Oh, I got the bleed just in time. I think he was about to try and take off again. More crit chance. Will get us more lightning. Go ahead and get more of this. I know that ghost opened that door, but I don't know if there's anything in here. No, it looks like it's still just the cosmetic. Go for the elite here. Possibly before our friend Praxis shows up and turns the elite into a semi-immortal elite by putting down 2 mostly ineffective little crystals. Doing pretty fucking well here. Okay, what is this? Warrior Wisp. I already can do that. No, thank you. Maybe. Ah, here we go. On stun. So now whenever we stun, we do that. And we can go ahead and freely grab that as well. Was that not a stun? I believe it was a stun. Maybe I just didn't notice the AoE damage. It's possible. Okay, mini boss. Don't forget there's 3 apples around the room. This is Mischief. I do not remember which one that really is. They are slightly different, but not like drastically significantly. I think I will save my other apples, if possible, until after the fight. Who knows, we might actually get some healing. Okay, the stun was ineffective, so realistically speaking, I just kind of face plant it. Ooh, enemies. You're going to get some free lightning bolts. And summon a whole bunch of spirits. Oh, right at the end there, that he was about to blast me in the face of an attack and just barely finished him off, but we got it. Go ahead and turn this apple into more attack damage. How we're doing on that front? 33. Fantastic. Werewolves suck, so we're going to go ahead and kill that werewolf. Oh, okay. It's almost like they can hear me. Wasted a charge at the end there. The secret to these guys is as soon as their laser beam starts, they've committed to a direction, so if you see them start lasering, just move at all, and you'll be fine. Of course, you have to notice that they did it. Ooh. You know, there's a short range indicator on this, but it actually goes across the entire screen, it looks like. These guys are very dangerous, and I feel like I'm going to get hit by a dagger at any moment here. I have still not been able to predict when they're actually throwing out that dagger. Get that crit chance up to 30%. Clear the room real quick. AoE on the stun is coming pretty effective. On top of the spirits, they seem to be doing like random effects, and every once in a while they're freezing them, and that is just like legitimately fantastic. I cannot possibly express to you how much that is probably saving my butt. Get a slash off. Finish him off with a charge. And look at that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful freeze. That's all these spirits. It's crazy. Got a new relic orb from whenever we get back. Mimic. Yep. I kind of just... We hadn't seen one for a little while, so it just seemed very likely. We'll go ahead and get some vigor since we're already at maximum HP. I know it didn't actually track me, but it really felt like those... Oh, it's an elite down there. Okay. That's why it's doing a better job than average. Yeah, I'm not afraid to admit that I just run away from the werewolves at this point whenever they start doing their charge. I keep saying that I can dodge it, and then keep failing terribly to dodge it. Ooh, a little bit of extra attack damage. I will happily take that. Boss? We have not actually seen, or at least, if we have seen, we haven't noticed a variant to Legion here, whatever they actually call him. But it does seem like at least the mini-bosses seem to have some pretty big variance between them. Possibly the bosses don't. If that is true, that is a lost opportunity, in my opinion. Go ahead, get that dice out. Make sure we're using the charges as we get them. Keep it bleeding. Dodge the magic missiles. Just get in there. Already chunked down a third of his HP. Beautiful. I don't like these things. We're going to go ahead and waste the charge. Just annihilating that one. Dodges laser beams. Probably did a few. Okay, yep. That was greed. That was greed. I got punished for my avarice. Pretty basic dodging phase that not really gonna have a high chance of hurting us. Oh, he dodged out of the way. Something just healed me? Not 100% sure what. Laser beam. Jelly, I want this laser beam. Give me this as a weapon. Give me this as a spell or something. This is so cool. Oh, is he not going for his thing? Okay. Nope, I am just going to get destroyed by him quick. Don't mind me. Oh, you are done for. That has to be within time. We have to have gotten that. Okay. Let's see whether we got the chest real quick. Time reward? We did. Oh, even more minions. Oh, that was the unlock. Okay. Let's go ahead and get more power. Okay, we're going to end here for now, but this run is going fantastic, and we're going to see how far we can get with this in the future. I've been Arima, and this has been Ember Knights. Hope you have all a fantastic day.